Well, reports have just surfaced in the Middle East claiming that the U.S. is making military preparations for a possible attack on Iran. It comes after Washington called for tougher measures to be taken against the country over its nuclear ambitions. Let's cross live now to RT's Paula Sleer, who has more information on this story. So, Paula, tell us some more details about these allegations, will you?
Well, the reports are that Israeli helicopters have dropped off large amounts of military equipment in northern Saudi Arabia, that they've dropped them off at a Saudi base as well as built a base of their own 8 kilometers outside of the northwestern Saudi city of Tabuk, which is the closest Saudi city to Israel. Now, the reports first appeared in a semi-official Iranian news agency website. They were later picked up by more mainstream Israeli and Iranian press, and they follow a report some 2 weeks ago in the London Times magazine. According to that report, Saudi Arabia agreed to give Israel a narrow corridor of airspace in northern Saudi Arabia. The report went on to say that the Saudis had adjusted their defense missile systems to allow Israeli jets to fly overhead. Now, this does seem to suggest, and indeed it is what people here are saying, that Israel is doing some kind of preparation for a possible attack on Iran, particularly in light of Turkey no longer allowing Israel to use its airspace. And it does seem to suggest that this would be the shortest way for Israeli jets to fly from Jerusalem to Tehran.
All right, well, look, we're talking about allegations here, rumours. Give me some evidence. Talk to me about evidence. Is there any to support the claims that Israel and the US are planning to invade Iran?
Well, what is interesting is that during the alleged Israeli military drop-off, all civilian flights in and out of this Saudi city were suspended. Having said that, though, there is no official confirmation, as can well be expected, from any sides as to whether or not there is any kind of Israeli-Saudi cooperation. But it is important to look at the context in which these allegations and reports are surfacing. More than a week ago, according to Egyptian sources, an American fleet made its way through the Suez Canal. And according to eyewitnesses, that fleet had 11 frigates as well as an aircraft carrier. Eyewitnesses say that all commercial traffic was suspended on the Suez Canal as the fleet made its way from the Mediterranean into the Red Sea. And according to them, among them was also an Israeli frigate. So no concrete evidence coming forward, but certainly more and more people noticing the context in which these reports and this latest activity is taking place.
Well, certainly there seem to be some bits and pieces here that seem to come together in a rather sinister idea. But tell me, any reaction out of Capitol Hill? Any reaction from Washington yet?
There hasn't been any reaction as of yet from Washington, although I can tell you that Saudi Arabia has vehemently denied the claims. The Saudi Prince Mohammed bin Nawaf, he had this to say, and I'm quoting, that it would be illogical for us to allow the Israeli occupying force to use our land and airspace. There is no official relation between Saudi Arabia and Israel. It leads to the argument that it would beg the question whether or not Saudi Arabia would want to even be seen as cooperating with Israel. It wouldn't want any kind of Iranian retaliation, and it certainly wouldn't want to be seen to cooperate with a country that at the moment is facing so much international condemnation over the Palestinian issue, over the flotilla incident, which left some 9 activists killed, and over the whole bad media and bad perception in which the Jewish state is being held.
All right, interesting insight there. Paula Sleer reporting live from